Hey, I'm Chris, and today we're answering a question you've probably asked yourself. Does more sleep actually make you more productive, or is that just an excuse to sleep in? Welcome to Evidence That Works. Everything we say here is based on peer-reviewed scientific studies that you can find linked in the description. Let's dive in. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people think sacrificing sleep makes them more productive. They stay late, they wake up early, they grind. But the science says the opposite. People who sleep 7 to 8 hours are more productive. They make better decisions, fewer mistakes. They earn more money. So stick around, because this could change how you approach every day. A study from Harvard Medical School followed over 2,000 workers for 6 months. Workers who slept 7 to 8 hours were 23% more productive than those who slept less than 6 hours. 23%. Another study from the Rand Corporation found that sleep deprivation costs the U.S. economy up to $411 billion annually. $411 billion. Lost productivity, increased errors, more accidents. Now let's talk about the mechanisms. Why does sleep affect productivity so much? First, cognitive performance. Sleep affects attention, memory, and problem-solving. A study from the University of Pennsylvania found that people who slept less than 6 hours had cognitive performance equivalent to being legally drunk. Their reaction times slowed by 50%. 50%. Would you let a drunk person do your job? Second, decision-making. Sleep deprivation affects your prefrontal cortex. This is responsible for complex decisions. A study from Stanford University found that sleep-deprived individuals made 47% more poor decisions. 47%. They took unnecessary risks. They missed obvious problems. Third, creativity and innovation. During REM sleep, your brain connects unrelated ideas. This is where breakthroughs happen. A study from the University of California found that people who slept 8 hours solved 40% more creative problems than those who slept 6 hours. 40%. Some of the greatest discoveries came from dreams. DNA structure, the sewing machine, Google's algorithm. Fourth, error reduction. Sleep deprivation increases mistakes. A study from the National Safety Council found that fatigued workers made 60% more errors than well-rested workers. 60%. In some industries, this is deadly. Medical errors, aviation accidents, car crashes. Fifth, emotional intelligence. Sleep affects how you interact with others. A study from Harvard Business School found that sleep-deprived leaders were 52% less effective at managing teams. 52%. More irritable, less empathetic, more impulsive decisions. Now let's talk about the hustle culture myth. There's a belief that successful people sleep less, that you need to grind 24/7. This is dangerous misinformation. A study from Boston University surveyed over 500 CEOs. CEOs who slept 7 to 8 hours had companies with 31% higher revenue growth. 31%. The most successful leaders prioritize sleep. Another study from the University of California found that people who slept less than 6 hours earned 17% less annually than those who slept 7 to 8 hours. 17%. Sleep deprivation doesn't make you richer, it makes you poorer. Now let's talk about specific productivity metrics, focus and attention. A study from the University of Michigan found that sleep-deprived individuals lost focus every 3 minutes. Well-rested individuals maintained focus for 23 minutes on average. 23 minutes. That's 8 times longer. Memory and learning. During sleep, your brain consolidates memories. A study from Harvard Medical School found that people who slept after learning retained 34% more information. 34%. Pulling all-nighters is counterproductive. Speed and efficiency. A study from Loughborough University found that sleep-deprived workers took 43% longer to complete the same tasks. 43%. What should take 1 hour takes 90 minutes. Meeting performance. A study from Stanford University found that sleep-deprived individuals contributed 48% less in meetings. 48%. Fewer ideas, less participation, perceived as less competent. Long-term career impact. A study from the Rand Corporation followed workers for 10 years. Those who consistently slept less than 6 hours had 58% lower career advancement. 58%. Promoted less often. Smaller raises, more job changes. Another study from Harvard Business School found that sleep-deprived employees were 67% more likely to quit within 2 years. 67%. Burnout is closely linked to poor sleep. Now let's talk about 7 strategies that actually work. Strategy number 1, prioritize 7 to 8 hours per night. This is the productivity sweet spot. A study from the University of California found this range was associated with peak cognitive performance. 7 to 8 hours. Every night, non-negotiable. Strategy number 2, protect your sleep like important meetings. You wouldn't skip a meeting with your boss. Don't skip sleep. Schedule it. Same bedtime, same wake time. 7 days per week. A study from Harvard Medical School found that consistent sleep schedules improved productivity by 28%. Strategy number 3, create a pre-sleep routine. 60 minutes before bed. No work, no emails, no screens, reading, stretching, meditation. A study from Stanford University found that pre-sleep routines improved sleep quality by 35%. Strategy number 4, nap strategically. If you're sleep-deprived, a 20-minute nap can help. Not longer. A study from NASA found that 20-minute naps improved alertness by 54%. Use this strategically, not as a replacement for nighttime sleep. Strategy number 5, optimize your sleep environment. Dark, quiet, cool. 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. No phones in the bedroom. A study from the National Sleep Foundation found that optimizing the environment improved sleep quality by 31%. Strategy number 6, get morning sunlight. Within 30 minutes of waking. This synchronizes your circadian rhythm. A study from Northwestern University found that morning sunlight improved daytime alertness by 28%. Strategy number 7, track your sleep and productivity. Keep a journal for 2 weeks. Note sleep duration, quality, energy levels, task completion. After 2 weeks, you'll see patterns. A study from the University of Pennsylvania found that people who tracked both made better adjustments. 63% better results. How long until you see results? Some benefits are immediate. Better focus, more energy. But the productivity benefits compound over time. 4 to 8 weeks minimum. Consistency is key. You don't need to be perfect. If you have one busy week, that's okay. Get back on track. Start with one strategy. Master it. Then add more. Build gradually. The bottom line is simple. Sleep and productivity are inseparable. 7 to 8 hours makes you 23% more productive. Sleep deprivation costs the economy $411 billion. 7 strategies. 7 to 8 hours. Protect your sleep. Pre-sleep routine. Strategic naps. Optimize environment. Morning sunlight. Track your progress. Your career depends on this. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. One bad night won't destroy your career, but months of poor sleep will affect your productivity. Every night is an opportunity, an investment in your work, in your income, in your future. If this video is going to help you optimize your sleep for better productivity, subscribe and hit the like button. The complete studies are linked in the description. This is evidence that works. I'm Chris, and I'll see you in the next video.